The arena fell silent as two legends stepped into the ring. Steam rose from their bodies in the humid Bangkok air, and you could feel 20,000 hearts beating as one. This wasn't just another exhibition match. This was the moment martial arts fans had dreamed about for decades. I've covered fights across 3 continents, witnessed legends rise and fall, but nothing prepared me for what I was about to see that night in Thailand. The pressure was suffocating. Camera flashes erupted like lightning as Jet Li, the master of Wushu precision, faced off against Tony Jaa, the bone-crushing king of Muay Thai. 2 different worlds were about to collide. Li entered first, his movements flowing like water over stone. At 42, many questioned if the Beijing-born warrior still possessed the lightning reflexes that made him a global icon. His black silk shorts caught the arena lights as he performed a brief wushu routine, each technique executed with surgical precision. The crowd roared its approval, but I noticed something else. Li's eyes never left his opponent. The Thai fighter's reputation preceded him like thunder before lightning. Tony Jaa had demolished every challenger with his devastating knee strikes and elbow combinations. His training regimen was legendary. 8 hours daily of hitting banana trees until his shins became weapons of destruction. The 28-year-old moved with the controlled fury of a caged tiger, his bronze skin glistening under the arena lights. Li's game plan was immediately apparent to those who understood the science of combat. He would rely on his incredible speed and flexibility, using spinning kicks and acrobatic maneuvers to stay outside Jaa's devastating close-range arsenal. The Chinese master's weakness? His advancing age and the accumulated wear of decades performing his own movie stunts. Could those legendary reflexes still function under real pressure? Jaa represented raw power personified. His signature technique, the flying knee strike, had ended 17 of his last 20 fights. But studying his previous matches revealed a potential vulnerability. The Thai warrior sometimes became too aggressive, leaving openings for counterattacks. Against an opponent with Li's speed and ring intelligence, such mistakes could prove fatal. Round 1 exploded with intensity neither fighter had shown in recent years. Li immediately established distance, throwing lightning-fast combinations that barely missed Jaa's advancing frame. The Thai fighter pressed forward relentlessly, his low kicks echoing through the arena like gunshots. Each strike carried enough power to break bones, but Li's footwork was poetry in motion. The second round shifted dramatically when Jaa finally trapped Li against the ropes. The crowd gasped as the Thai warrior unleashed a barrage of knee strikes that would have destroyed a lesser opponent. Li absorbed the punishment, then displayed why legends never truly fade. A spinning heel kick that caught Jaa square in the ribs, sending him stumbling backward. The arena erupted. By the 4th round, both warriors were showing signs of the brutal pace. Li's face bore the marks of Jaa's precision striking, while the Thai fighter favored his left leg after absorbing several devastating kicks. The momentum swung back and forth like a pendulum of destruction. Every exchange brought the crowd to their feet, sensing they were witnessing something historic. The turning point came in the 6th round with a moment that still gives me chills. Jaa launched his trademark flying knee strike, the technique that had ended so many careers. Li seemed trapped, nowhere to retreat. Then, in a display of reflexes that defied his age, the Chinese master ducked under the strike and countered with a spinning back fist that caught Jaa flush on the temple. The Thai warrior stumbled but didn't fall. His legs wobbled like a newborn deer's, yet somehow he remained standing. The crowd held its breath as Lee pressed his advantage, unleashing a combination of strikes that showcased every discipline he'd mastered over 3 decades of training. Round 7 became a war of attrition. Both fighters dug deep into reserves of courage and conditioning that separate champions from pretenders. Jaa's power shots grew wilder as fatigue set in, while Lee's movements lost some of their fluid precision. Blood streaked both faces as they traded strikes with the desperation of warriors who knew this might be their defining moment. The 8th and final round will forever be etched in combat sports history. With 30 seconds remaining, Jaa mounted one final assault, throwing everything he had left into a series of combinations that would have felled an ox. Lee weathered the storm, then struck with the precision of a master craftsman. A perfectly timed sidekick to Jaa's solar plexus doubled him over, followed by a spinning heel kick that sent the Thai warrior crashing to the canvas. As the referee counted, I witnessed something beautiful and heartbreaking simultaneously. Jaa struggled to rise, his warrior's heart refusing to accept defeat, but his body had given everything it had. At the count of 8, he managed to stand, swaying like a tree in a hurricane, but the referee had seen enough. Jet Li had won, but victory came through more than just superior technique. His ring intelligence, accumulated over decades of competition, allowed him to pace himself perfectly while Jaa burned through his energy reserves too quickly. The Chinese master's ability to adapt his strategy mid-fight, combined with timing that can't be taught, proved decisive. In the aftermath, both warriors embraced with mutual respect. Jaa had proven his heart and power belonged with the all-time greats, while Lee demonstrated that true mastery transcends age. The fight elevated both men's legacies, but on this night, experience and tactical brilliance conquered youth and raw power. Jet Li had authored the final chapter of his legendary career in the most spectacular fashion imaginable.